Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Monday, March 25th, 2024. Big news in the world today. The United Nations passed a resolution for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, meaning Israel needs to stop genociding the people there. And as we talked about earlier, it's the 85th day of the year, going with the war beginning October 7th, the day leaving 85 days in the year, which was the anniversary of the U.S. invading Afghanistan after 9/11, and George W. Bush referring to it as a crusade. And of course, the crusades were waged by the Templars. In Gematria, the word Templar equates to 85. And the modern day Templars are the Jesuits, the military order of the Catholic Church, who have the Templar cross in their logo with the letters IHS, which stands for Isus Hominum Salvator, which means Jesus, Savior of Man. But Isus Hominum Salvator also has the Gematria value of 85, like Templar. And for the record, crucify is 85, and so is Christ. And again, the Crusades were waged mostly against Muslims, but also non-believers of the Catholic Church. Anyhow, that is a big part of today's news. The other thing is, if it began on the day leaving 85 days left in the year, and today's the 85th day of the year, that means it's 170 days later. And recall, in Gematria, which is based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards, the word sacrifice equates to 170. When you run it forward, sacrifice equals 73, as does Gaza. And if you go back to my old posts from a few years ago on GematriaEffectNews, you can read how we were covering. I was putting out videos back then, but the channel's been deleted, but the posts are still up. We were covering how that whole week leading up to Israel's 73rd birthday, which was May 14th, 2021. That was the day Israel turned 73. But that whole week leading up to their 73rd birthday and the day of their 73rd birthday, Israel was bombing the bejesus out of Gaza with their Air Force. Just death and destruction all over as like a sick, satanic celebration. And again, sacrifice 73 forwards, 170 in reverse. You can see Gaza's 35 forwards, 73 in reverse. Remember, this thing that started in Gaza started while Hamas is 35 years old. And the war also started 35 days from the superior general of the Jesuits' birthday. 35 days from his birthday, this war began. And again, his birthday is November 12th. The war started October 7th. As we know, Catholic also equates to 35. Like the first Catholic president was JFK, number 35, killed off of Interstate 35. But again, the United Nations, if you look into their history, if you look into the past work we've done on the United Nations, it was created in a huge Catholic Jesuit ritual. And the current leader of the United Nations is Antonio Guterres, whose name equals 201, like the Jesuit order. Like, again, if you're new here, there's a reason the first Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, is the first to live in Suite 201 at the Vatican. And there's a reason the Jesuits came from France, and the last French Pope was the 201st. There's also a reason State of Israel equals 201, and it was created in a huge Jesuit ritual on 14/5 when there's 145 more chapters in the Catholic Old Testament. Anyhow, again, understanding this knowledge, this number code, who gave us the calendar we're on, the Catholic Church and the Jesuits, who gave us the 26-letter English alphabet as we know it, the Catholic Church and the Jesuits. Understanding this, you can see who's really pulling the strings on these rituals and why the United Nations, who gets to play good guy today, does it in this perfect ritual. The damage is done. The satanic sacrifice has happened. And don't forget what it says about those who claim to be Jews but are not in the 73rd book of the Catholic Bible in Revelation. Again, when you look at Israel, you're looking at that nation. Those who claim to be but are not. All right, and if you're just checking out this video, I'm going to be doing an interview starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 Eastern today, Monday, which is about minutes from now, on the Missing Link Live. The Missing Link Live is the channel, so I hope to see you over there. Until next time, Truth Seeker.